Here's something very rare in the motoring world, a brand new Mercedes SL. Because despite first going on sale way back in 1954, this is only the 6th new model in its iconic history.
Now, instead of looking back and comparing this car to its famous predecessors, I'm going to look at it the other way. It's unlikely to be replaced until 2020 at the very earliest. So despite its history, the SL better be built for the future.
To make sure it doesn't feel outdated in a decade's time, Mercedes' finest technical boffins have been at work. In fact, this SL is something of a revolution for Mercedes.
This is the first SL to be built with an aluminium body shell. And the big headline is that compared with a steel body, this aluminium version weighs 140 kilograms less than the car it replaces.
Thanks to its trim new body, fuel economy is 30% better than before, and with less mass lumbering around, its handling should be tighter too.
As SL stands for sporty and light, why don't I have a little play? See if it stands up to its name. All right, let's send it in. All the rear's moving, can't really feel it quickly. And yeah, it's just a bit dead in my hands. I mean, I can waggle the wheel around. I mean, what's that? What was that? I had no warning it was going to do that. The steering has got a deadness to it where I can't really feel the road. No idea where the grip levels are, really. And this car is fitted with a pretty heavyweight option. £5,000 worth of AMG Sport suspension, and I don't think it's doing a lot. £5,000 for a sport suspension? I don't think so. So why don't we try something else? Let's put it into auto. That's better. Now it makes a bit more sense. It's a car for cruising around, looking groovy. Lots of nice little features. You can have this hot air blowing across the back of your neck. The seats adjust in a million different ways. It's really smooth, it's very refined. It's pretty nice now. What's the lippy mirror like? Let's have a look. Oh, that's perfect.
A surefire future-proofing technique is to make the car enormously safe. With companies like Volvo already developing their self-driving, uncrashable car, Mercedes have to react. They say the SL is the world's safest roadster.
It will alert you if it thinks you're getting tired. A chime will go off and it will display a coffee cup, meaning go and get a brew, wake up a bit. It's also got collision avoidance, where it'll jump on the brakes if it thinks you are going to have an accident. And if all that fails, it'll prime the airbags, adjust the seatbelts to give me a soft landing. Then, just before the crash, it'll adjust the headrests to prevent whiplash. Oh, and it'll also turn on the interior lights after the crash, just so I can check my blue rinse hasn't moved. There is one fairly fundamental problem with this car, and that is that the ignition key is in the wrong place. It's exactly where my knee would be. So not only am I banging the key when I'm going along, but it's also possible, look, to turn the engine off. That's it, engine's off. No throttle, no engine. Engine's back alive, but I'm in neutral now. Put it into D. Not good, Mercedes. Why have you put the key there?
Then we come to the options list. Cars are being fitted with more and more ludicrously expensive optional extras. And Merc, well, they're not holding back.
Let me introduce you to something called, and I kid you not, Magic Sky Control. For £2,610, I can turn the sky from slightly dark to a bit lighter, and vice versa. Also, this car features massaging seats for £1,725. It's got 14 speakers instead of 8 for £1,150. A 75-litre fuel tank instead of a 60-litre one for £110. Right, where's the analogue clock? That is 210 quid.
Add up the extras on this particular SL350 and the price rises from £72 to £90,000. Spec for spec is about £5 more than its BMW 6 Series rival. Mercedes expect this base model with its V6 engine to be their best seller.
It's a really nice lump. It's very smooth, very refined. It's got a really nice engine note. It doesn't appear to have oodles of torque, but once it gets up in the revs, it's actually quick enough. But that's not the point, is it? You know, this is a status car. This is a car you need a V8 engine in, not a V6, albeit it's okay. You want the big, snarling, fire-breathing, spitting V8 beast of a motor. For me, this just isn't a sports car. But if you can get past that fact, it is beautifully engineered, it looks really groovy, it's a car for posing and cruising around, and it does that very well.